say? What are we doing?
Going fishing in the ocean. We'll go catching this big fish.
Life could be a dream, life could be a dream. Do, shaboom. Life could be a dream. If I could take you up in paradise up above. If you would tell me I'm the only one that you love. Life could be a dream. Sweetheart, hello, hello again. Shaboom, and open we'll meet again. Boom, ding dong, ding dong, a lang, a lang, a lang. Oh, whoa, whoa, dip, a bib, a rob, a dip. Oh, life could be a dream. If only all my precious plans would come true. If you would let me spend my whole life loving you. Life would be a dream, sweetheart. Every time I look at you, something is on my mind. If you do what I want you to, maybe we'd be so fine. Oh, life would be a dream, shaboom and bye.
Hey, this is Christian with OK.Fishing. Today I'm joined by Jaden and Justin, and we're going to talk about their trip to, where did you guys go?
Yucatan, Mexico, and Cozumel.
So what were you doing out there?
Well, we stopped to swim with sharks and then went on to Yucatan to go fishing.
Okay, tell me about this fishing trip.
Well, we went with a guy named Randy and his captain Gary. Their name is YucatanSnook Fishing. They have a TV page, Yucatan Anglers TV. Pretty good. They have all their fishing clips and stuff like that.
They're the only inshore fishing tour guide or whatever you want to call it in that area.
Okay.
All the others are deep sea or whatever, and that's like a 4 or 5 hour trip out to get to water deep enough to even actually fish for anything. Because the deepest part in the areas where we fished was no more than 60 feet. And most of the places that we did fish at during that day was no more than probably,
I think 20 was the deepest.
20, yeah, I'll say 20 was the deepest. The shallowest was probably no more than 4.5 foot. And at 12 foot deep, you could still see, pretty well see the bottom down there. So
that's pretty impressive. So what kind of fish were you guys targeting?
Speckled sea trout. We went to target some tarpon, but didn't have any takers really. Had one chase the guide's bait to the top of the water and hit it pretty hard, but didn't really commit to it. We did catch some saltwater catfish, caught multiple of those. I think each of us caught more than one of those.
I know I caught 2, maybe 3 of those.
I think I caught 3, and I think JC also caught 3.
And then their saltwater catfish do fight a little harder than ours does, even for a fish that don't get no more than 2 to 4 pounds.
Yeah, I saw them.
They put a pretty good little fight. It's fun. It was exciting hanging into one of them because I mean, the hit from one is like how our sand bass just take it and run.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically how those catfish done too. Just like sand bass, they just hit it and run as you're reeling it in, or as you're just jigging it up and down. You can see it, and you can see them just hit it and take off just like a sand bass would. It's crazy.
So what were you guys throwing?
We were actually using
For the live bait, we were throwing live sardines.
Sardines and some other, I forgot what the other little fish was.
And then for the sea trout, we were throwing plastic swim baits by DOA tackle.
So what kind of techniques were you guys doing? Were you trying to jig it up and down? Were you letting it sit?
So for the sea trout, it was more of like a throw out and a fast medium retrieve and let them chase it.
Kind of like Carolina rig for bass fishing.
Okay.
It was kind of something like that, really jerk it a little bit, you know, stuff like that. And it was pretty much the same for the tarpon too, but with live bait.
Yeah, you kind of just throw it out and just don't let it hit the bottom and kind of just keep the bait moving, make it look interesting to them.
Yeah, you just let the bait swim in the current or whatever, and then once it gets so far, you just reel up, start again. You just kind of, basically what you're doing is you're throwing into the current and letting it swim down with the current.
Making it look real natural.
Yeah. It was definitely fun. It was sure enough a trip that I would do again.
I wish we
Definitely do it again.
I wish we got more videos, but the camera malfunctioned and it was real fast paced, a little faster paced than the other fishing we're used to.
Yeah.
So, about this camera malfunctioning, what exactly was the issue?
I hit the wrong button and put it in action shot mode and it only recorded some 8-second clips.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And the funny thing about catching the speckled sea trout is you would think that, you know, like most fish, they run, you know, the opposite direction to get away. Not these, they come straight at you. They will run straight towards you.
They hit like a bass taking a Texas rig, and they just hit it like a real hard thumping, and they just swim straight at the boat. Like they swim all the tension out of your line. You got to real fast to keep tension on the hook, or else they got a real soft mouth and it'll fall right out.
I do have a friend that did tell me that right around the first part of deer season is when the best speckled sea trout fishing is up there.
Well, I'll probably be in the state.
That's what I told my friend too.
It's
I was
hard to
like,
compete with hunting
that's a hard toss up between catching some fun fish or putting some more meat in my freezer, you know. Plus, I'd have to go quite a ways away to catch the fish, and here I just have to drive a few miles to get my deer.
Yeah. So how did they taste? At the end of it, all your hard work, you landed some fish?
We did forget the one other fish we did catch.
Oh yeah, there was one Spanish mackerel caught too.
Who caught it?
The guide actually caught the mackerel.
Okay.
And after the end of the trip, he took us and his captain Gary, really nice guy, done all the bait work, all the rigging of the tackle, everything. Handed people drinks. He cleaned the fish, and they took us to a local restaurant. And they take the fish that you catch and they prepare it 3 different ways. They have a garlic, butter, and herb one, and it's really good. And they have one that's like a grilled, like blackened style fish. That one was pretty good too. And then the fried, they have a regular fried fish.
Yeah, just breaded and fried.
And they brought fresh buttered tortillas to put the meat on and stuff. It was really good.
Yeah, it was definitely a heck of an experience for anybody who ever wants to do it. That's a good thing to ever do if you're down that way.
It made it pretty rewarding to get to go eat fresh caught seafood that you caught yourself.
Yeah, something different about that. I mean, the texture of their meat was no different really than our fish. To be
honestly,
honest,
the sea trout tastes really close to crappie.
yeah, the texture of the meat was
a really
pretty much like that. Yeah,
really bright white meat.
Yeah, real bright white.
But
The things that we had fun with though was trying to keep the needlefish and the pufferfish away.
yeah, they come up and they'll snip your baits in half right at the surface, and you won't even know they're coming until it's already happening.
Yeah, they just like dart right off the bottom. The pufferfish do, and they'll nip the tails of your lure off. And the needlefish, they just like are like our gar basically. They're just nuisance. They'll bite your line or whatever, and then they'll do like a death roll and roll up all in it and get their teeth all hung up in it and stuff like that.
All the needlefish that were caught, none of them were actually hooked. They would just bite your line and twist themselves up in it.
Yeah. If you don't know what a needlefish is, just look them up. It's just a saltwater gar. They just don't get as big as our gars do.
And they get really long
girth
and very
wise.
skinny.
Yeah, they get long and skinny. They're pretty neat. What else? There were some other fish we seen too. I forgot what he said that one was.
Can't remember the other one.
I don't remember what it was now either. We threw it back. Was it a jack?
No, it was a smaller fish.
Yeah, I was thinking it was a jack or something there for a minute. Or was it another small mackerel?
I think it was maybe a small trout.
Might have been. I know I caught 2. One that was a keeper. You caught 2 sea trout. They were too small. JC caught 1 that I know of. JC was the one having more fun getting his tails bit off by the puffer fish and stuff.
Yeah, he was keeping them occupied.
Yeah, he just wasn't quite catching the concept of real faster.
Yeah, once you get up to the boat, you gotta keep it away or they will eat it.
Yeah, I definitely give a shout out to Randy Bauer and Gary for that trip. It was a heck of an experience, and say if anybody's ever down that way, look him up and go for it.
Yeah.
It is definitely fun.
YucatanSnook is the fishing guide service, and he has a YouTube page with a TV channel, Yucatan Anglers TV. Give that a check out too. He records all of their inshore and offshore adventures and stuff.
Well, guys, this is OK.Fishing. I hope you enjoyed listening to these stories. Once again, I'm with Jaden and Justin, and we will catch you guys in the next one.